Today in Roadcraft, we've made it to the final map. Today, we'll get the lay of the land and discover how literally anything you do on this map requires planning and often more than one vehicle just to get from place to place. Well guys, we made it to the final map here in Roadcraft Kernel. I think it said Operation Kernel when I fired it up. Finally here, I got hung up on the last one that I did, Deluge. I got hung up there for a minute. The last job they have you do there is you have to pave an incredibly long road. I spent hours paving that road. And then I got here. So if you've played on Kernel, yeah, just trying to do the first objective can be a little bit difficult. Now I've got through that. I'm going to show you how I got from the north to the south of the map. Now, if you haven't been on Kernel, it's a beautiful map. Finally, we're no longer in the eternal autumn of the Eastern Europe maps, and we're no longer in the desert. We are out here in Scandinavia, where they have stripped the entire landscape of trees. It's very beautiful, though. It's a very beautiful map. Same with Kernel, is the north and south, or yeah, if you think there's a lot of fissures and stuff in the map Deluge, you haven't seen nothing yet. This map is practically impassable from north to south, particularly around this area here, and I'll show you what you can see right here, what I've done. Yeah, so first thing you have to do is you start up here and you need to get down here. Now, what I did was kind of naturally find a way. There's kind of two ways. One way will lead you down this road here. This road here leads you to this, and there's no way across that. There's no way. The water's way too deep. The other way you might come down from up north is this way, and I think a lot of people may find the same thing I did. Right here, these fissures. This one right here is so narrow, if you get lucky, you could actually jump a vehicle across it. But that's really no way to transport your convoy. You need a way to get mini vehicles down. So, this is probably a place a lot of people found to make a road. The other reason for that is quarry coverage. There's quarry coverage right here, so you can easily just fill up and dump, which is great because it takes like 20 truckloads to fill these fissures. So I was able to do this. As far as getting across these pipes, temporarily, I'm just using a crane to get across the pipes because I don't know a proper way, although there is a way if you go all the way this way, and there's a way under the pipes there that actually does go north. Now, that said, everything I did here still didn't get me to the objective. Sorry about that. Yeah, so even after getting over this, it still doesn't get you there because this right here, well, now you see what I did here is I actually built a scout bridge. Now this I think was really clever. There's like no resources on this map, and when you first get here, you have nothing. You have nothing to work with. But they actually left two logs kind of dangling out here. There was like one log. Yeah, there was one log right here and one log right here is kind of sitting there. And I couldn't help but think that's exactly enough to build this scout bridge that I built here, which got me across this. That's the only way I got to this objective. Like after dumping all this sand to cross these fissures, using the crane, which then got the crane over here, and then using the crane to lift myself over the pipes. I thought I was home free, and then I was like, oh man, now I got to build a bridge. Now, so that's what I did there. Yeah, there's like two logs over here, and I would do the same here. Now, I've just started here. I'm only like 3% completion. I haven't built a bridge here because there's not the materials. I have found one log. There's one log right here, and that's it. I can't find another one over here. So, I mean, like, this place is so scarce and so hard to traverse that, yeah, I don't yet have a way to cross this because there's one log here. I don't know. There's probably a log somewhere else. But, see, that's why building this bridge over here was so lucky because I found two logs in the same area. So, I'm still pretty new here, but that's what I've got. I wanted to show you guys that this is how I chose to get around. Let me know in the comments below how you're getting around Kernel. This is how I'm getting to down here. Now, I've got all the beginning objectives. And I was playing yesterday. I just loaded in the game. Let me see where the heck I'm working right now. Okay, so we got things we can do here. Organize operations at the sawmill. Plan a route from the North Tunnel to the warehouse. Repair logistics terminal area. Seems to me... let's work up here. So, we're going to call our trucks back to... this is near our base. Alright, clear area of objects. And we got to make a route somewhere. All right, first I'm going to go check this area out. So I think this map is pretty refreshing. I was hoping they'd give us a different, a different area, and they do. I like the colors. I got kind of tired of everything being all yellow all the time. I like the colors. The land is very extreme, you know, it's very extreme. Everything here is extreme. The water in most places is extremely deep. The rocks are extremely hard to climb over. Everything is kind of extreme here. Am I not tracking this? There we go. I need to be on the lookout for a piece of wood. Yeah, you know, let me just check this real quick here. If I happen to see a log, I could run that. Yeah, right there. There's a log at the sawmill. There's a single log at the sawmill. We can run that down and we could put a bridge. Wait, there's a couple actually. You know what? It's... Well, to be fair, okay, so there's that. I was just thinking we could get a log forwarder and kind of go around, collect some of the ones I find and store them so we have something to build out of. But the objective we're doing right now, or once I get there, is at the sawmill, and it might actually give us I don't know, like activating the sawmill, maybe it'll magically give us some wood or something. I don't know, but if we do this job and nothing comes of that, we can yeah, maybe get a forwarder up here and collect some logs, store them so that we can build bridges where needed. Just start off with, you know, like before I could even do the first objective, I was on this map for an hour or two before I could complete the first objective because I had to find a way. Yeah, basically you kind of got to build a road just to get your machines to start doing stuff on this map, which I think is cool. I think it's cool. The whole map is so barren that you kind of just build roads wherever you want. Like, as impassable as the terrain is, just kind of it's, you could build roads anywhere you want to. All right, so I came here with this little crane. Yeah, we could use this guy, but yeah, we'll probably want a bigger crane, pull this stuff out of the area. I just wanted to come down here and see what we're working with. I guess we'll get one of our bigger cranes down here, pull this stuff out. Certainly got a lot of steel that we could recycle. These vans right here, at least those two vans, the purple vans, the orange stripe, those things recycle for like, I don't know, 3 or even 5 steel, something. They recycle for a lot of steel. Let's get a bigger crane down here. My big crane is down south. It's at a handy spot. So let's get a not as big crane. I'm actually going to punish myself, and I'm going to drive this down there. The reason being, it's a pretty heavy crane, and it can move around while it lifts stuff, so I think this will quickly get the stuff out of the area, but it's going to be really slow to get there. Luckily for you guys, I can edit that out. One thing we need here, and I need to start looking at this for the objectives that we do, like I didn't look just now. We need to find ways to get gasoline so that we can move vehicles around the map quicker. I was just thinking to myself, why don't I just take the recovery vehicle out there and call this crane in, because we don't have any gasoline, so we need to keep an eye open for objectives that can give us that resource. All right, down here at the area. Yeah, I figured I'd use this crane because we don't have to rely on, you know, supports that we deploy. We can drive it around and kind of move the stuff out of here. One thing that annoys me about, you know, the clear area of objective is that sometimes it's a pain to do it from sitting from one spot, and you have to keep moving the crane. Maybe let's put these vans in like a heap over here, and we'll do something with them later. Now, though, I guess let's just get the stuff out of here. Yeah, there's a lot of things they want us to move out of this area. But clearly, yeah, this is like a route place. We're going to have to open this up to get the route. Can we peek ahead and see what the route will reward us? Money and XP. Okay, just curious. I was like, maybe it'll start us off with some resources. You know, sometimes an early route in the map might award us some resource, you know, things that we could need. I don't know where to put these containers. I guess... Well, but I've done these kinds of tasks a lot in the maps, you know. Well, this is the last map, so I've done this on every map I've done these. And one thing I've found is it really doesn't matter where you pile the things, because like what I'm doing right here, I don't like to do this because it looks bad with them piled like whatever like this. But the truth is, one thing I found is I've literally never noticed where I piled them. Like all the times I've just piled them some random place. I thought it would look terrible, terribly horrible and messy. I actually forgot to ever notice, so it doesn't matter where we put the stuff. Just get it out of the area so we can move on with what we're doing here. This over here, knocking the truck everywhere all over the place. Yeah, we'll put this here. Let's put this over here. This is actually going fairly quick. I think this might have been the right crane choice. Once you get used to moving the thing around, especially if you have nimble hands and you're good at pushing lots of buttons at once, we can kind of drive while we pick the stuff up, right? I'm not the best at that, but I'm working on my skills here. Little finger exercise. Let's see, anything else we got here? Drop the... Why won't it drop? No, darn it, now it swung back in. Drop. Sometimes the crane buttons don't respond. If you swap, you've probably noticed this, I'm on an Xbox controller. If I'm using the left shoulder button controls and then I swap to the right shoulder button controls, they don't work. I have to release everything and then press it. Found that really annoying. Do you guys find that annoying? I find that... Whoops, 1 second here. It toggled us off the... Yeah, I found that super annoying because I'm trying to do things really fast, and so I swap to the other side of the controller, and then I have to like release everything and press it again. And it kind of goes against trying to, yeah, do it quickly. You know, it seems to me that I've heard of like some place in Sweden or something where like they legitimately cut all the trees, and it looks like this or something. When I came here, and you know, it just says, you know, very vaguely that this is Scandinavia. But it seems to me I've heard something about, like, places in, I thought maybe Sweden, where they had cut all the trees. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. Because that's what we got here. They, apparently, the sawmill cut all the trees. I don't think that itself contributed to the disaster here. What was the disaster here was, I think, man-made. Yeah. This is the map kernel here is a result of, I guess... basically a fracking incident led to an earthquake, basically, which I'm not sure if fracking actually can cause earthquakes. I guess like they say it can or whatever, but anyway, that's what happened here. Right, so this area is clear. Now we need to make a route somewhere. And I haven't made a route yet on this map, but I know that, darn this trailer thing I keep bumping into, but I know that I had to work for like an hour to even get my trucks to go somewhere. So let's see what kind of route they want us to do. Logistics terminal sawmill. Was that it? Let's make sure that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We don't have a way to do that. Okay, so yeah, because this is the place that you have to get. This is the first place that you get to. We don't have a way to do that. All right. So what we're gonna have to do is we need to build a bridge here, and the scout bridge ain't gonna do it. We want a bridge because route trucks have to go over it. So let's collect up those logs. Yeah, let's collect up those logs and build us a proper bridge. There was a couple of logs up here. We'll truck those down there. By the time we get down there, we should find some more, and we'll be able to build us a bridge. Let's get us a log forwarder. I guess we don't need a tree harvester. Because there's no trees to cut down. We're just looking for logs that are already down. Let me make sure, because I'm not sure that I do. Make sure I turn the HUD off. I do like it off. It's pretty with it off. Let's make sure that, yeah, resource highlighting's on. Okay, so we're looking for trees. Let's get an idea how many we're going to need. Or rather, let's find out exactly how many we're going to need. Let's get us a good bridge. I always build the wide bridges. I don't skimp. Yeah, I've learned not to skimp on bridges, so let's build us a wide bridge. Let's build it nice and good. 3 logs. See, you can build us a good bridge out of only 3 logs. We for sure have that. I saw 2 over here for sure, and there's 1 down there by the bridge location. Okay, I think I see a log up here. I'll check the map. We'll have them highlighted on the map, see them easily. So, yeah, I just checked the map. I see a total of 2 here. But there could be more. Yeah, they give us very few. I mean, all these piles of logs, but only a couple of them are actually, like, usable by us. Yeah, I think it's for the exact reason of challenging us to build a bridge, which it knows that we're going to need. So we got this log here, and then there's another one over on this side over here. And then, yeah, there's one down by where we're going. I'll have another look and make sure there's no others. I mean, we don't need any more, but yeah, I don't want to drive past logs that we could have. Bring logs to this. I just noticed this. I saw this white circle, and so I came here to the objectives to see what it is. Bring logs to the sawmill. Hold up. Wait a second. So, there's an objective to bring 15 logs to the sawmill. Now, that's very unfortunate. We're going to have to do that later. Luckily, it's a side objective. They want logs. Yeah, that's rich. We're scrimping and saving, trying to build a single bridge. Where is the log here? Yeah, we'll do that later. You know, like, if at all. Climb over this and get down there. Yeah, this is like, I guess how we had to get over here. And there's our log. There we go. So that's all the logs we need. These strapped down. And I'll make sure like there's no others, but kind of need to get this bridge built. I mean, if there's more logs, we can find them for another purpose thing. So where we're going is, okay, we need to go put us a marker here. Here's a great view of the map kernel, a great view of kind of the eastern part where I have it unlocked. So yeah, it's very open. I like it. It's really up to you to decide like how you get wherever you get. But the terrain is just restrictive enough that it kind of funnels you into certain ways. Like as we get down here, yeah, it looks like there's a road up ahead. Yeah, and that's kind of it becomes the clear way down. So while the map's very open, it does kind of funnel you into certain routes to get where you're going. This is going to be the way that leads us down here. I think there's no problem getting up to the bridge we're getting to. I hope for the route it gives us some really capable off-road trucks. I don't know. Pretty much everything here is a big struggle. Like I said, I think it took me about an hour maybe. Maybe longer. It could have taken more than that. It took me a while to get down to the very, very first objective. Luckily, you start off already having a garage, so you can call in several vehicles because one scout vehicle was not enough to even get to the first objective. You got to have at least like a dump truck to dump some sand, to make a path, you know, a crane to recover yourself because I flipped over a couple times, etc. All right, this log we're going for is... that could be tricky to reach. Yeah, you know, we might need something else down here. We're going to need something else down here. I'm going to go ahead and say that we do, because I know what's going to happen. We're not going to be able to get our forward over there. It's on a separate little island thing, and the water and the space between those is really, really deep. This can get over there. I'm just going to go ahead and just say it before I try to get that thing over there and get it stuck trying. We're going to take this guy over there. Okay, so we need to get this guy out to the far end of this bit of land here, and then there's some rocks that we can drive across to get to the one south of this. Okay, moving this thing across these rocks is really difficult. I think I've mostly used the links to get around here, which has its own difficulties. It's way easier to climb over these rocks with big tires, but it also rolls over really easily. I can't even get over there. This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm editing a lot of this out because it's taking me several minutes to even move an inch. You don't want to see this whole thing. It's very difficult to get across these rocks. I'm not necessarily trying to drive across them, and maybe you're like, hey, why don't you try over there? Because it would take, wherever you're looking, it would take me 5 minutes to get over there. I'm trying to slowly test ways to get across this. We need to get, I think I see where we need to get. Finally got across those. Yeah, that whole side of the thing, there's just, there's no good way across any of that. This whole map, it's just to move anywhere. If you've played on Kernel, then you know what I mean. To get anywhere is very arduous. I could get over here easier, sure, with the links. The links doesn't have a crane on it. That's why I'm bringing this so we can grab the log. We could grab the log with the winch on the links, yeah. But, it's just no guarantee that we could drag it. It could get caught on something. The links could also itself just flip over. So I chose to bring the Vostok. I'm trying to see, we need to get onto that little peninsula, tiny little peninsula in front of me. And don't assume we can go through the water. So, like, I can't even climb up this. And I swear that on any other map I could climb. I can't. I can't even climb this little incline. I don't know it's a steep hill, but I can't even climb back up over it. It could be just slippery. It could be this pouring rain and everything here is covered in slimy grass. Could be. But I can't even climb this. Not kidding. I swear any other map I could. Yeah, guys, I'm frustrated. I'm on it. I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck on this stupid hill. Look, this thing won't move. Yeah, I can't believe this. I'm stuck on nothing. There's nothing here. It's just a slope. But this thing won't climb it. This whole thing is stuck. I've never seen anything like that. And it may look, I don't know how it looks to you, but I set it for 10 minutes. I can't get out of it. Let's find where my vehicle is. I have mostly used this guy to get around, but this is going to present its own problems. But again, this is my experience from this map. No, yeah, I went 2 feet and flipped over on a rock. I've been out there where that piece of wood is. I know I can get there. I believe I was in this truck when I got there. I can't believe that the Vostok crane wouldn't even climb a simple hill, but it wouldn't. It's stuck on the side of the hill. There's no really visible anything stopping it from climbing it, but it won't. It's stuck there. This thing will, of course, climb it, but this thing rolls over so easy. I thought about taking like the Hummer or something. I thought about getting one of the old scout vehicles that I haven't used much, like the Malamute or the Hummer. They're lower and lighter, but they may have their own difficulties. Or there's the Karelian, but it's tracked just like this thing, and the tracks are giving me difficulties. Tracks are not good at climbing over big rocks. So we need to see if we can get over to that. Thing is, we need to get to the end of this peninsula up here, and this here is going to be the way to get there. Yeah, that Vostok could not do this. It just could not navigate that, even on the. Ooh, wow! Look at this. Even on the grass, it was slipping like a lot. We might want it. You know, let's see if we can. It just occurred to me we can retrieve it. Ideally, we want both of these vehicles. See, now that I get out here, you get closer to something and you see how big it is and how like unclimbable some of this stuff is. We can't go through that water. No. Yeah. Like, it looks like you could, but can't. So we're going to see if we can pull the Vostok out. If we can pull it out, both of these vehicles together might just get us that log. Because if we could pull it out, that it could lift the Lynx over there perhaps, or something. We could use some kind of teamwork, perhaps. And yeah, this is exactly how everything on this map has been. Using multiple vehicles, yeah, for like teamwork to get one thing done. Let's see if we can pull that guy out. Should be able to. I don't know what's so difficult about where it's stuck. It just needs to come up that hill. I mean, it's not even anything in its way. Got it out. All right, we got that guy out. Let's see if I can stop it from rolling away down the hill. I don't know why it's stuck on this stuff. It's crazy. I mean, it's moving now. Like, it wasn't even moving like how I thought it should move. It was hung up on stuff I didn't think it should be hung up on. I'm almost wondering, was the rain causing it to be slicker? I can't say I've observed that in the game, but it's possible. But we got this guy down here now, and pretty easily. I got to say, it's not raining now, and it is moving the way I thought it should have been moving. But I'm putting it in a tricky spot trying to cross this. Because I don't think it's going to make it. But it doesn't have to. We're going to see if we can use it to get this guy across. Let's see if we can lift our Lynx up there. Lift our Lynx up there so we can get a darn log. Come on, little guy. Up you go. Give him a boost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Depth perception problems again. I have issues with that. I need to get my eyesight checked. No, we just need to use a different camera angle. I think that's got it. That's got him, I think. Alright, now, should be a piece of wood around here somewhere. There it is. Okay, good, good, good. I was gonna say, I'm recording this. I could go back in editing and prove to y'all that I saw it here. No, we need to carefully turn around. Very, very carefully. You know what? I'm gonna put in low gear so I don't accidentally rocket myself off the edge trying to turn around. Yeah, there's no hurry. Let's move around in low gear. If you get in a hurry trying to get somewhere in this terrain, yeah, no. So here's our log. You know, something tells me we maybe could have reached it from the other side. Yeah, possibly. One thing's for sure, now that we're at it, well, we could pull it back to where the crane is at. That we can do. Pull it back toward the crane. The crane can grab it, so if nothing else, our crane can grab it and get it to the other piece of land over there. And then if we have to, if all else fails, we can redeploy our vehicle, and it's easy to get over there. That's easy. This is like trying to get around on the last map in SnowRunner, only worse, actually. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this. Actually, can our Vostok, we get it out of here? Can't go forward, but it might be able to get back where it came from. Let's see here. If we move very carefully, I see myself getting hung up on this. When I try to turn, though, I see myself getting hung up on this. No? Yeah. Tanks like to get stuck like this and you can't get out. Because, you see, yeah, because treads don't turn like tires do, so we can't get on top of this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if we had tires, we could turn them and go up, but tanks always get stuck like this. Alright, well, it's... I didn't think we'd be able to. And yeah, I'm trying to brace myself with my crane arm, see if I can use that to pick up the vehicle. I'm trying that. Well, after several minutes, I was actually able to turn it around. Yeah, I almost lost it over that. That's, wow. Several minutes, I was able to... Oh, man, that's so sketchy. Turn it around. And put it in low gear. We need to go very slow. I don't know how I did that. Well, I was recording, so maybe I can time-lapse it for you. Yeah, it's, guys, let me know. Yeah, if you had the same trouble on this map. But look, we got our task done. Our task is complete. We got the piece of wood. But this is my, yeah, this is my exact experience here on Kernel. Is, everything takes like an extended amount of time to do. They made this terrain so impassable. It doesn't even look like it is. It's deceptive because it doesn't look as impassable as it actually is. But here we go. Look, we got our piece of wood. It only took, I don't know how long. I was over there. I'll tell you however long this video is. I'm not sure how long the video is. I've been recording right now for 57 minutes, so that'll give you an idea. That'll give you an idea. I started recording 57 minutes ago. All right, there's a log. That's okay. The other two logs are literally right here, right? So yeah, however long this video is, know that as of right now, I've been recording for 57 minutes. There's definitely a couple places where I got stuck and had to fight my way out for a few minutes. All right. Of course, this doesn't mean we can't run this route yet, but it does mean an easy way from north to south. We have now, or here in a second, we will have a legit way from the north to the south. Look at that. We have a legit way to get from north to south. So at least we can start like planning some stuff. Maybe we can work on these objectives down here at this place. Let's park this here for now. I think there's another log over there, actually. It seems to me there was another log on the other side of this, but that kind of didn't help because to make the bridge, I needed all the logs to be on the same side of it. There's other stuff over here. Let's go see what's down here. I'm not going to bother to get that link. With as much time as it took me to get this out, and you saw where this was stuck. I don't know how I got it out. Yeah, I don't think we can get the links out. Alright, small victory just getting over here. So they're going to want us, let's have a look to see where the route is, shall we? Alright, so the route they want us, it goes from here to the sawmill. Yeah, so from here to the sawmill, let's just see where that would go. I think it's mostly a road. There is a place where the road kind of gets bad. Like, again, it depends. If they send off-road trucks, they could go across that. Wait, where's the, oh. Okay, we gotta go through the quarry. I mean, I say it depends on the trucks. I say take the path of least resistance. If they were off-road trucks, they could run through this, though. I drove through this. This ain't bad at all. But if they give us mules, no. Let's see where they, yeah, let's try and send it. It never hurts to try and send something. So we'll just go up the road, see what kind of trucks they send. Watch, it's a semi. If it's a semi, I'm walking out. I'm putting the controller down. I'm walking out. Although, you know, the last route that you do on the Deluge map was they give you concrete mixers, which first time I'd seen those, they're actually less capable than the semis. I had to literally pave every inch of the road they traveled on had to be paved. They hit, if they even got one tire in the dirt, they stopped instantly. The last route on Deluge, that took me hours because I had to concrete all the way from the concrete plant to the dam. So it had to be asphalt all the way. And there was like hardly any quarry coverage. Like for like maybe half of that road, I was running sand from a few hundred yards away. All right, so we're at the sawmill. They're going to be going in. Wait, that's not where the route goes. Ah, there it is. Yeah, of course. Oh, okay. Well, our crane's in the way, but I don't think they're going to make it this far. I'm sure something will stop these guys. Let's see. They have to pull in like that, so we want to swing them right through where our vans are. Oh, wait. No. Well, what's going to happen is they're going to get here. They won't be able to make that turn. Oh, no. Oh, what happened? I pushed... Oh, jeez. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. Ooh. Ooh. I thought it deleted the whole thing. All I did was hit back. I was like, what? I never seen that happen. All right. What's going to happen is they're going to get here. They can't make this turn. They're going to turn yellow and phase, and they're going to just drive in circles and ram into stuff, but it will count it as completed. So there's that, right? Mules. It's a mule truck. Or is it? No, it's an off-road truck. Yeah, it's an off-road truck. Okay, okay, good. That's an off-road truck. What's behind it? Well, he'll make that then. Ah, there ain't nothing there to stop him. Wait, is he by himself? Guys, we lucked out. They sent... Wow, the initial trip, which is usually where you get the most variety and mixed vehicles, right? And they give us only one truck, and it's the most capable truck that I've ever seen take these routes. Well, let's get this guy out of the way because I think this truck will make it. I think we've had our first actual lucky break today. I mean, we could have sent him off-road where I showed you through the grass. I think he would have taken that even. Now, these things will get hung up. Like, I found, like, through repeated trips, they can dig down in the mud eventually and get stuck, but I think he'll be good. Unless he gets stuck there. Is he? Yeah, he might get stuck there. All right, so let's get a vehicle out to him. Actually, I've got my Vostok there, don't I? Yeah, I do. I'd rather have the links. It's a little quicker, but this would be satisfactory. Let's get up there and push him through that, and like, yeah, let's just kind of push him and see where he gets hung up. Also, always check the route and see. Okay, so after him, 4 more trucks have to go through. So I'm not going to sit here and baby 4 trips through it, but we can baby the guy to get the initial trip through there, you know. And just kind of also to see where we need to fix it. So let's fire this route back up. Just push him through this. Give him a little left tap. There you go, buddy. I'm here to help. One thing these tracked vehicles got is no amount of mud even slows these things down. I mean, there is that. I mean, they are horrible climbing over these rocks, and it's not even something I noticed until I came here. I never even noticed how easily these tanks can get hung up on rocks till I came out here. But mud, this thing will sing through, you know, track-deep mud all day long. Yeah, this mud is pretty deep. I mean, these trucks are good at making it through the mud, but I guess this is deeper than I thought it was. Okay, so we're going to have to pour dirt here. We may have quarry coverage here. No, but it's not too far away. Yeah, we can lay sand down here. Not a problem. It's the name of the game, right? Craft some roads. Yeah, I underestimated how muddy this is. Come on, I've seen these guys go through a lot of stuff. Well, to be fair, he probably would be. I'm pushing him. I'm getting impatient and pushing him where I don't think I have to, really. Like, see, he's making it through this. See, he's making it through. I'm just getting impatient. And now we see how this is. I don't know how... I don't think this is that deep. Wow, I've never seen one of these off-road trucks get hung up this bad. I mean, I guess that's pretty deep. Guess I didn't think about it. I've been traveling the map using the links or this vehicle here mostly. Still, though, we did luck out. It only sent one vehicle, and it's the most capable of the vehicles that it did send. I don't think I've ever seen an initial route on a route outside of the first map. I don't think I've ever seen just a single vehicle run the route. Alright, so he's making it through this. Yeah, that was really deep mud. All this whole way here, I guess, has been really, really deep. He should be good now that we're coming up to the quarry. Yeah, that's crazy to think that, yeah, this entire stretch of mud so far, road, has all been mud. Like, the whole thing, non-stop. I hadn't thought about that. This here, we're kind of getting up on the surface. He should be good up through here. Push him out of this last bit of the mud hole, if I can get to him. No, he got it. He got it. Yeah, now we're on top of the dirt. There we go. But yeah, this whole section of the road has been, like, mud submerged beneath the water plane. So I elect the official mascot of the final map in this game, Kernel. I elect the official mascot, a turtle. Should have a picture of a turtle for this map. Because it represents literally everything that you try to do here. I think we should really just pour dirt the whole way for this road. I can't believe it, but yeah, I think we're going to have to pour dirt the whole way. Even the road here is just nothing but one long stretch of mud. I didn't think about it. But if you've ever seen, like, trucks move across, like, remote parts of Siberia, that's exactly what this looks like. This is what it feels like. Yeah, we need dirt road the whole way. I misestimated this. This should be traversable. Any other map? I swear, maybe it's something with this map. I would think that an off-road truck would have no problem driving through this quarry. What's so bad about this? Well, apparently just the whole surface here is mud, apparently. Yeah, any other map, this would be no problem. See, it's... So this is the first route that I've run here, and I'm seeing, like, what we got, maybe it's just, the dirt here is just softer. Because this is not mud. Like, when you, like, you know, you played Roadcraft for a while. If you're on the last map, you played it for a while, and you felt around, and you know what it feels like when you get in mud, and this doesn't feel like mud. I'm not in mud. It's just like, maybe the dirt here is just softer. There's a different quality about the dirt here. Because I'm not sinking in anything, you know? Like, see, he's kind of getting stuck, but it's not mud, because we're not sinking. It's okay. We'll pour dirt the whole way. If we pull up this map here, we're actually, see, we're in quarry coverage. This quarry has a big area. It covers a lot of this road. Like, 2/3 of this road is luckily covered by this quarry. I'm looking forward to getting some gasoline and stuff so we can fire up some other quarries. I was not able, on the Deluge map, you know that mobile quarry machine, that sand scalper or whatever it's called, in Deluge, I was not able to get it to activate anywhere. I was trying to set up mobile quarry operations in that map. one place I got it to half engage, but it wouldn't fully engage. I couldn't get it to work. I'm hoping maybe here I can get it to work. I don't know. It says it's got to be parked on sand. Hard to say exactly what that requires. Hopefully here we can get it up somewhere, because I think here we're going to need to build a lot more roads than we usually have to build. Pretty much anything here. Like even here, you know, we had a road this whole way, and yet still we have to build a road the whole way. Well, we got a route done. So let's see, what did we get done today? Well, I showed you all where we're at, what we're doing. We fetched a couple logs and sent a route. Man. And we cleared out this yard here. I mean, some stuff got done. I don't know. This episode might have been shorter because I probably had to edit a lot out because I got stuck for a long time in many places. Maybe I had to edit a lot out. Maybe it's shorter, or maybe it's not. But guys, thanks for watching so much. Yeah, let me know your experience of the final map here in Roadcraft. It's a lot of work to do every little thing. Every little thing you do takes a lot of work. Even that road there, you see we're going to have to go through and pour dirt on the whole thing. But it's a beautiful map. It's a beautiful place. It's very fun. But be prepared to be very patient here in Kernel. Guys, thanks for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. I'm going to continue working here and see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe and follow along. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.